All right, so North Country region, we're just gonna start with our memberships. We're gonna break down the memberships, what it is all about, what you can do with your memberships, and then we'll get into how to purchase the membership and then how to send a club assignment so people can get their membership and connected to your club at the same time. All right, so here, so this is just the breakdown of our membership, the value of your membership. So North Country region, we provide the membership support, we do programming, education, and then USA Volleyball, which we're tied to is the national dues. So with the programming, officials, education, the technology, safety, and the administration support to our region. All right, so this is our document of memberships. It's currently not updated on this slide, but our most popular one I would say is going to be our junior membership, which is our $55 membership. That means that they can participate in all the tournaments, all the national tournaments, sand volleyball, high performance, sky's the limit with that membership. Then we have our 18s membership, which is the same thing. And then we have our junior officials, so officials membership. So we have a lot of different kind of memberships that we do offer. Our updated ones are on our website right now, but this is just kind of a reference and what it looks like and how many things that you can do with this membership. Okay. With this membership, I was kind of talking about the tournaments. We have a lot of fun tournaments coming up. Our Ace of Clubs, which is in February, and then we have our River Rumble in Minneapolis at the Convention Center too, and that is in April. We do host boys events, and then also our other fun events, which is our Tornado Classics and our Shenanigans, and then Rubbing Up and all those fun ones too. So once you have purchased a membership, your background screening is coming back and everything's good, which I believe that you do have those, then you absolutely can go ahead and register for events before you even have all of your players in your directory.
Okay.
All right. And then we also have a coaching and officials clinic. So the officials can come in and for one of our convention center events, and then they can get training along with the day before the convention center event. The coaches can come in and they can learn about more about coaching techniques and fun things like that. So that's always a fun thing for the new coaches that people want to hire, or, you know, even the veteran coaches that want to come in and learn some more new things before that convention center event. It's always kind of fun to do that. And also we have the sand volleyball events. So that membership can apply for our national qualifier, regional qualifier. And we are launching some more sand volleyball tournaments in the North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota areas. So that'll be fun. It'll be more in June, July. So when the summer or the winter and spring, and they're kind of the end of June, we start to rev up our summer stuff too. All right. So then we do have our high performance, which also the membership I kind of talked about. The membership for high performance, it can apply for the tryouts, and the tryout dates are right here. So high performance is a organization where players get to go to the national tournament. So nationals. So you do the tryouts, and then they would do the high performance camp. And if they get selected, they get to go to Florida for the national tournament. And it's great because you get college coaches there, you get experienced coaches there, and then it's kind of helping a lot of the athletes grow in that area too. And I can't remember what the date is for when they go to nationals, but it is in July, in the middle of July.
So for that, is that per individual or is that per team? Like
per individual. So
okay.
an individual, say 3 girls want to sign up from your club, they would go to the Minneapolis, Sioux Falls, or Fargo, and they would sign up. And then the college coaches or other coaches would come in, they would evaluate, and then they would give an invite to go to the camp, which is just a weekend. And then you would get selected to be on a team. And then once you're on a team, they would do 2 practices, and then they would fly down to Florida.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a really fun opportunity to get high level training at the same time as you get to talk to college coaches and other coaches. And the girls love it. We had a huge turnout last year, and they stay in the college dorms when they do the camp. And then they do activities, not just volleyball all day. So Beth does a wonderful job, who is our tournament director and our special events, like high performance. And she also does officials. So she has all titles. So yeah. So if you have more questions about that, I'm happy to answer them. Or we can get you connected with Beth and we can kind of shoot that out to your girls too.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So you register your club. So that's the biggest thing that you'll need to do. You bought your membership? Is that correct?
Yep. I
Okay.
have, yes.
All right. So then did you complete your safe sport and background screening?
Yes.
Great. And then we can look into the next slide. We will go into your how to send a club assignment and how to get your players a membership and get connected to your club. Have you kind of played around with that at all?
A little bit, but we don't have a little bit, not
Okay.
much. Yeah.
No, that's okay. I'll walk through that with you. All right. So for the memberships, you probably saw that, but the coaches will be doing the same thing. They have a $55 membership fee and then the $14 background screening. This is an annual thing that the coaches will need to do and what's included in that training. And then we'll go to how to purchase and send a club assignment. So have your coaches received a membership yet or purchased a membership?
I have one coach who's done it. The others didn't do it yet. So
Okay, great. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen and then we're going to pop on the website and then we can go from there.
And Mariah, I'm looking at her account right now, and it looks like she also needs to be connected with her club, so maybe you could go over that with her.
Absolutely. All right. Do you want to get her connected?
Yeah, Maria, what is your club?
Holding Fort Heat.
Holding Fort Heat.
The windows. Why is that power up? There we go. Okay. So I assume that a lot of your coaches probably covered over join, purchased a membership, and they would have selected the adult club of juniors. That's one way coaches can do that. There's another way when you have full access to your club, and you will see this button here shortly. It's going to say my organizations. So it probably says my teams right now, or does it say my organizations?
In my sports engine, or
Yeah, it should say right at the top.
oh, it says my organizations.
Oh, great. Okay, that's awesome. So then you can click that and then it would be a drop down. So I'm going to hop on ours and then I'll show you how to send a club assignment so your coaches can get connected to your club and they can get connected to your club and then they can purchase a membership at the same time. There we go. There we go. Great. Okay. So ideally you want everyone in your directory. So this is where you would be sending a club assignment. So I would be sending myself, I'll just click myself when you have full rights, when Talana gives you full rights, you can click on the box next to a name, and then you would send a direct club assignment. So I would send that direct club assignment. And then I would click on my name. And then you could see where, if it's pending or not. So if someone has not clicked on that club assignment or purchased a membership yet, and it does take a little bit of time to load, but it will say right here, North Country Region pending club assignment. So then you can always send a reminder like, hey, you need to get this done, or you can either email them.
Okay.
They have to get connected to your club, but you can also see if they purchased a membership. So I'm not connected to any club right now, but I do have a membership here. So it will look like this, but when they're connected, it will say your club on the bottom.
Okay, so like for me right now, I can't really see any of that because I don't have access.
Do you have anybody in your directory right now?
Yeah, it's me and then Maya Pagashnik. So yeah, one of my coaches. So I
Okay.
see them, but I don't see anything that says like,
They probably won't be because they're brand new to the club and you don't have anybody in your directory yet. So we'll go
okay,
to
so
that. Go ahead.
no, so okay, so if I see maybe here, if I can show you maybe my question, let's see. I don't know if you can see my screen or not, my
Yeah.
computer. Well, okay, so like I'm in directory and it's me and her, but
Okay.
I didn't see anything where you're like add assignment or anything like that.
Is there a little button next to their name, like a little,
There's like a check mark.
yep, so it'll check mark and then it should pop up in the right-hand corner, send direct club assignment.
So it has like add group message, buy memberships, check for like, yeah,
Check
it
for
doesn't have,
duplicates. Sure. We'll probably have to, it might take a minute and we might have to refresh your page, but you should have full
oh,
access here in a minute. And then
okay,
you should see that button where it says send direct club assignment.
okay, I'll
So you have,
refresh.
yeah, let's refresh.
Add
Yes.
group message and check for duplicate.
Mariah,
Yeah,
has she given herself the admin rights?
let's try to do that. All right, click on your name.
Okay. Oops. Okay.
And then in your profile, you don't have to click the box, just actually click your name.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yep. And it should say permissions on the top part onto your right.
Okay.
And you should be able to edit to give yourself full admin rights.
You cannot update, manage, whoops. It says that you cannot update your own HQ permissions.
Okay, so we'll have Sports Engine give you full rights to your club. Since you're
Okay.
connected, yeah, we'll have them do that, and then you can have full admin rights.
Okay.
So you won't see anybody in your directory though, just because you're the new club. So on the right or left hand side, do you see USA Volleyball?
Yep.
Okay. You should be able to go down to memberships.
Okay.
Okay. Does it say access not granted?
Yeah. It says
Okay.
that I'm not allowed to do it. Yep.
Okay. So when you do have those full rights, once
Okay.
final, this is what it's going to look like. It's
Okay.
going to say public club assignment. And so you will click on the link to generate, select the link, and you'll copy it. And then you'll just email that to all of your players.
Okay.
Hey, Mariah,
Go ahead.
Laura mentioned that that Maria may have gotten an email from Sports Engine about it 24 hours after she had signed up with her club. Would she
Okay.
have that emailed? And that would be for claiming her club with the admin rights.
Yeah, Maria, you might have to go through your email because you signed
Okay.
up it was a little bit ago. So if you,
Yeah.
it's a message through Sports Engine to click OK, but we can do that.
Okay.
And if you can't find it, we can still give you those rights. We'll ask Sports
Okay.
Engine. All right. So right here, you'll copy that link. You can even test it out yourself. So you would just put it in the URL. And then, ooh, that's not right. So you copy the link and then you put it in the URL. And this is what everyone's gonna click on and they will see. If they've already purchased a membership, they will still get the same language. They just have to use the same email, so they won't be able to purchase a membership twice.
Okay.
So when you send out the link, say, hey, if you've already bought a membership, that's great, but you still need to click on get a membership, because that still has them get connected to the club. So if
Okay.
I said get a membership for myself, or they would do a player or parent, it would say $0 because I'm using that same email address. So it would also give them a prompt. For right now, this is what I have. They would still click on, I would do this one, that's one. And then it's accept the club assignment so I can get accepted to the club. And then it says, here you go, this is what you're connected to. So they would give me like $0, and this is what it would say. But if it hasn't been paid, then it would go through you need to purchase a membership, here's your membership.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how you send a public club assignment. Since you don't have anybody in your directory, that's the way you'll want to go. Next year, when you have all of your players in a directory and they are coming back, you can just select them and send a club assignment.
Okay. Makes sense.
Absolutely. The last thing I would mention is when folks purchase a membership, they're going to get 2 transactions. One is going to be from USA Volleyball and one is going to be from North Country Region. So if they say, hey, I got charged 2 different transactions, that's why a portion goes to North Country Region and a portion
Okay.
goes to USA Volleyball.
Okay.
Yeah, and you've probably received that email too with
Yep.
USA Volleyball and then North Country Region.
Okay.
All right. So that is mostly all about our memberships. And there's a lot of cool things you can do with them. It's really easy. There's just 2 different ways how to send out club assignments to having your players purchase a membership. The only thing I emphasize is they just got to use the same email every year. And you can always check that out if they don't know.
Okay.
Because if they create 2 accounts, it'll be in your system twice. And then if you send out a club assignment and you don't know which one to send it to, then we'll have to merge the accounts, which is no big deal. We can always merge accounts. It's just, it cleans it up for you and then our side too if we have any confusion.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have any questions about the memberships, what you can do with them, sending out club assignments?
No, I don't think so. So then once they like have their membership, it doesn't matter, like you don't need like when I sign up teams, I mean maybe it'll all make sense, but like will I be creating like teams within the website?
Yeah, so once you're in the back end of the Sports Engine HQ, you're going to roster either in governing seasons, which is right on the left-hand side. So you'll see USA Volleyball. And then this is where you're going to roster and why it's so important to have people in your directory, because you automatically can plop them right in.
Perfect.
So you would click continue. You would want to do get started. And then you would want to import teams. Oh, I lied. Sorry. You don't want to import teams. You can import teams. It is no problem to import teams. It's just a little more complicated, I would say. Because you
Okay.
have to download an Excel sheet and it has to be all filled in correctly, or it
Okay.
gives you kind of like, what are you doing? And then you have to redo it. So
Okay.
I'll go to this season because this is what it will look like. So you would be in your 2022-2023 season, you would hit this button and then you can create your team name, and then you would just hit player details and then you just type in the player name and they would automatically come from Sports Engine.
Okay.
And this part is probably easier than you think. It's just the first setting it up and then you just type in the names. Since our like NCR 15 pink, so you would do, it's already set up here, but you would do see player details. And then you would just search for you would add a player and then you would type it in and add your player.
Okay.
Yep. It's just that blue plus button. People want to import the teams. You don't want to import it. You just add the teams. or add the players, and it's a blue button when it's not locked right now.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So then once that happens, you can upload your roster to AES, and then you just have to make sure the same names are from AES to the roster too. There's another way to do it, and it's new. You can actually just go to AES and try to search for your players if your whole account's connected, and it should pop into AES without doing governing seasons for now. Since it is new, we're just trying to figure it out too. So if we want to do it that way, that is totally fine.
Okay.
We would walk beside you and we would try to figure out how to roster on the EES side. I don't think it's that difficult at all. I think that since all of your players would be already in your directory, you would do the same thing, search for them, and then put them on a team in AES instead of going through governing seasons.
Okay.
Yeah, great. All right. So do you have any questions about rostering or getting memberships?
No, I don't think
Okay,
so.
cool. And then your players are absolutely welcome to do the officiating training too. And so this is like the back end. So this is what you'll see. No one else will see this. Everyone else will go to their own sports engine account. And you've probably been in this before, but this is what everyone else will see. And people will get confused, being like, oh, I have nothing in my schedule. There's nothing here. This is only for premium accounts and
Oh,
to get rostered, things like that. And then they can set it up because their website, like a sports engine website, talks to this automatically, and then they can see that. But then the holder of a premium sports engine account would have to create this for them too. So that's the
Okay.
owner. Yep. So everyone else would just click on their households. They would view their profile, and it might take a minute to load. Yeah, and then they would just go down and they would see view details. And they would hit in the right-hand corner the USA Volleyball. Let's see, it's kind of covered right now. It says USA Volleyball Academy, and that's where they would do their officiating training. This is also where they'll see their membership if they ever have to save their memberships. Your coaches will see this is expired, but also ineligible. And then they can see what they need to do. And then they'll just have to hit complete on the side of these. And then they'll complete the background screening here. Yeah, so if you click on course content, it should be there. All right. So if any questions with that, that might be a phone call. If someone calls you, they can also call us too. We're happy to walk them through their account if they ever get confused, because it's a couple clicks, and then we can help them use their USAV Academy or anything they might need on that end too.
Okay. So will I have access as like an administrator or whatever to see like when players have like completed their little trainings that they need or their officiating training or whatever? Because they have to complete a training, right, in order to be eligible?
No, they don't. So
Oh,
if
okay.
you're, so
Okay.
it's strongly encouraged to do the officiating training, because when players come to tournaments, they might have to do the scorebook or
Yep.
the line judging, up, ref, down, R1, R2, and then they kind of just know what they're doing in a way. So when they come to the tournaments,
Yep. Okay.
it just it holds a higher quality too. So it's strongly encouraged, not required. So if someone
Okay.
misses
that makes
a module, then that's okay. Or if they haven't finished it yet, they're like, oh, you can finish it tomorrow, it's okay, but it's not going to prevent them from being in any of those tournaments.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So it's more of the, if anybody's 18 or older, they will need to do their training, the safe sport they would need to do if they
Oh,
were
okay.
playing as an 18-year-old. And then
Okay.
coaches will just have to do their safe sport impact training, and then the background screening.
Okay.
All right, so that's all I have so far. Do you have any questions about any of the stuff we went over?
No, not necessarily okay, I do have a question. I don't know if it
Sure.
relates. I mean, I'm sure all clubs have this, but I'm gonna be having like a 17s one and a 17s two team. And I
Mhm.
want to try to send them to like an appropriate tournament where like the 17s two team, they're gonna not be as competitive. So are there ways to like get them into tournaments or that like some are more competitive, like an A team, B team kind of tournament? Are there ways to do that?
You can
Or like,
rank your teams.
okay,
So when you register for a tournament, they might ask what's your ranking on your team, and then you can rank them like it's 1, 2, 3. Per se, your top team, that 17's 1 is your top team, and then 17's 2 is a lower team. Since you are doing a 17's 1, like the number, and a 17's 2, when you register for tournaments, club directors or site directors would think that that's not their top team. So you can always give them a call too and kind of see where that's kind of falling.
yeah. Well, we would call them like 17's black and 17's green. I don't know if that makes, but yeah, I would want. Yeah, I just want to, and yeah, just so you can like kind of rank them so that they're matched up a little more appropriately.
Yeah,
Do you
so
think?
then Laura put in the chat, so especially for our convention center events, I don't want to say this wrong, but if it is it ASIC clubs or is it River Rumble that we can do, it's called your national, the regionals, and then club. So the lowest team would be club, and then it would be regionals, and then nationals would be your best team. And that's
Okay, so
how it would rank it in that way. Yeah, so the team ranks are associated with how teams is ranked in your own club. So that's up to you.
okay. So when I sign up for tournaments, it will be if you have one. Okay.
Yeah, especially with our events too. That's kind of how we rank them.
Okay. So if I hit, let's say yeah, okay, I see. Okay. Then how you're. So do you recommend that if we have like a first team and a second team, like 17s, that we just call them 17s 1 and 17s 2?
That's totally up to you. I know that people do and they don't. So if
Okay.
you want to do like a black and yellow or whatever,
It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter because usually you can rank them. Or you could put them in
When
events
you,
and then it
okay.
lists like what ranking would you like.
Okay, perfect.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Okay.
have you looked at our website with all of the tournaments?
Yeah, I've looked at them and kind of mapped out when they are and whatnot, but I haven't like clicked on them and read much detail, I guess.
Yeah, whenever you have time or anything like that. But yeah, it is on there on the descriptions of like
Okay.
location, price, and everything like that, and how to
Oh, okay.
register for tournaments. Well,
Maybe
we
I'll.
can tell you how to do that. I can send you an email with that information.
Okay.
All right, very cool. So I'm gonna stop sharing my screen,
Okay.
and then I think we're good. What else questions do you have?
No, that's helpful for now. Yeah, the two main things I was concerned about was, yeah, how to add players in. So
Mhm.
once they pay for their membership and stuff, then it'll be easy to plug them in.
Yeah,
Or
it
send
will
that one,
be because
yeah.
they're completed. Most of the time, people will buy their memberships and they're already in the directory, but they're not connected to the club. sometimes they can't see them, or it'll say you're not eligible. So since you're the newer club, it's going to be really easy for you this year, because all they're going to do is click the link, they'll get connected to the club, and they purchase a membership. The only problem they might have is they already bought a membership, and they'll say get that membership, and they'll be like, I already got one. I was like, no, you still have to click the link to get connected.
So since it's easy, if I just say like, here's the link, you're gonna need to go here, register, and get your membership, like it'll redirect them to buy their membership through that link.
Yes.
Okay, so I wouldn't have to be like, first you need to get your membership, then you'll need to do this. I could just send them the link and it'll
do
Okay,
it all at
perfect.
once. Yeah.
Perfect.
So it'll
Perfect.
do membership connection, or it will do connect, because we want to make sure they connect them to your club right away. And as long as they use that same email, it'll recognize it, and they're like, oh, you gotta have a membership. You don't need
Okay.
one.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it will
Okay,
say,
perfect.
yeah, and we have like a cap. So say you got a beach membership, but you want to upgrade to a full membership, you would just pay the difference. So since they already bought a full membership, they can add most every other membership on that membership for free, because they've already exceeded the.
Oh,
Does that
capped.
make sense? Yep, it's like a cap. So if they want to buy a bunch of like beach ones or outdoor or anything like that, they can upgrade for the difference.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, well that's helpful for me for now.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Yeah, well,
yeah.
you can email us. You have my contact information, and then it'll be smooth, hopefully. It'll be great.
Yes,
Yeah, and you can give
perfect.
me a
Thank you
call.
so much.
Yeah, give me a call if you have any questions about rostering. I'm happy to walk you through those once you have your athletes in the directory.
Okay, sounds
Cool.
good.
Great. I'm gonna
All right.
stop recording, and then we will go from there. All right. I can stop. I don't know how. Maybe.